Moving on to the world of social media. Social media real estate commentator and activist Scott Iguma is trending once again, this time for opening up about his alleged mistreatment in police custody. Now, earlier this week, recall that Scott Iguma was reportedly arrested after repeatedly accusing the P1 real estate company of defrauding Nigerians by selling fake land papers. His arrest, of course, sparked a lot of outrage online, and many activists called for his immediate release. Just a day later, he was granted bail, and now he's opening up about what he says happened behind bars. He claims that police officers tried to force him to sign a false statement, and when he refused, he says he was stripped and thrown into a cell. According to Iguma, he'd submitted over 130 petitions on behalf of alleged victims before P1 got wind of it and orchestrated his arrest. He's now accusing the Nigerian police of acting as a pawn in the hands of the highest bidder. Take a look at this video.
Firstly, to the Nigerian police. To the Nigerian police. Now, this is how everything happened. So, like you all know, I've been calling out P1 for the past 2 months. So, initially, when I started calling out P1, I was about a month into the call-out. So, P1 never reached out to me. P1 has never reached out to me. Where's this man? He just said they should arrest me. Then the next thing, the legal just came, threw a document at me. I said, sign it. I said, let me read it first now. He said, read what? Sign it. I said, no, I can't sign anything without reading. He said, you don't want to sign, you must sign it. I said, I cannot sign anything without reading it. So I said, okay, if you will not let me read it, allow my lawyer read it. So they brought a statement and said, I'm the one that writes it, that I should sign. I said, I'm not the one that writes this statement. They say I'm the one that writes it, that this is my handwriting. I said, I'm not the one that wrote this statement. This is not my handwriting. They say I'm the one that wrote it. My lawyer kept on telling them, you calm down, let's read this thing. He said he's not the one that wrote it.
We've seen this type of system play out time and time again. Somebody comes out to ask for corporate or social justice. He's arrested. We are enraged on social media, and he comes out to say what happened behind prison cells. He's calm for a while. He comes out again. Cycle over cycle. This is very, very disturbing. Why are we constantly trying to silence whistleblowers? Let's take a look at social media. Mac says, just imagine if he's not illiterate and has a little money. He would have been forgotten in jail. Sadly, that is a reality for many people. Weibo says, Nigerian police are tools being used by the rich and powerful against the poor and the masses. Team, this is very interesting. Now, I'm from Abuja, and I'll tell you, they love to whiz around in fast, shiny cars. I'll tell you that. But do you think we're ready for an F1 Grand Prix? Is this a priority with everything going on in the country? Security concerns, inflation rates. Are we focusing on the wrong things?
Yeah. Is it a priority? No. But is it going to make money and bring lots and lots of international visitors to Abuja? Yes, that will happen. When I read the story, I even asked aloud, what roads are they going to use? Is it the internal roads in Abuja? And I was happy when I read down and I saw that Tilk Engineering and Architects are going to be invited for a meeting. So that means that they might just build a race course for this. If that's the case, good. Business-wise, it will bring a lot of money to Abuja. It will bring a lot of international visitors into Nigeria, and it will also create a whole lot of jobs for Nigerians. If the race course is not built, then I will say Nigeria is not ready. If it is, it's a good thing. Scott Iguma, I feel really sorry that you had to face all that you did in the police station. However, it is just you talking. So it's difficult for somebody to come to a conclusive analysis when the story is coming from one side.
Talking about Scott Iguma, there are those who have spoken about their ordeal in the hands of policemen when they are locked up. We've seen Fisai Oshoyombo talk about it before now, and it goes to show that the institution needs to do a lot of work regarding their image when it comes to locking people up and the kinds of experiences they face when they are there. When we are talking about restructuring and ensuring a holistic approach to the image of the police institution or the policing institution, it does not just happen on those who stand on the roadside, but also what happens throughout the ecosystem of the police force, be you at the police station or outside. I think a lot needs to be done regarding that. For the Grand Prix coming to Abuja, I would want Shehu Diko to use that money, channel that money to other areas of sport in Nigeria. We have seen some other persons, Athletics Federation, complaining about finances, and some other persons, you know, just complaining about every other thing regarding finances. If we can channel those monies to do more development and look at the welfare of our athletes, across the board, I think that will be better for Nigeria. Even though, yes, Grand Prix will bring money, but how about the welfare of those who are already on the ground, who have been complaining? Can we channel those monies for something better?
And I'll pick up from there. It's wise to channel those monies for something better. But I welcome new ideas. I love to welcome new ideas. And the first tweet you read, it just made me say that, why is it that Nigerians, most of the times, we're very quick to say bad things about Nigeria? So this idea has come up. The next thing you're talking about, potholes. And Olamide, you live in Abuja. Some of the roads in Abuja are actually really good. Arguably, they are good. Absolutely. You know, I've been to Abuja a couple of times, and I don't really see potholes like that. I think that as Nigerians as well, we should always try to put our country, like, let it look good, because we're always looking for the bad, the bad, the bad. I think if this happens, I love Formula One. I love racing. I think it's a good one. I think we'll bring a lot of international people to Nigeria. You know, we can do things side to side. We can still take care of the welfare of, you know, our sport people, and also bring about new ideas, because this is the first time it's going to happen. I'm really open to it. I pray that that racing, you know, course, they go and they do it. Like, we're not just hearing about it and we will not hear about it again. I really pray that they get to do it. And talking about Scots, I was not in the police station, so I'm not really going to say much. But yes, we've had a lot of people come out to say that this is what the police did to them. I know that we still have some very good police. So when I'm talking about the police, I don't just want to go one-sided, because I've seen police that do the job diligently and do the right thing. It's so sad that he had to go through that. But the people that are doing that, I just hope that one day they are finally brought to book.
Yeah. For Grand Prix, you know, one of the names that the Minister of the FCT is known for is Mr. Project. Hence, at one of his media chat, he was asked why is he into road construction more and more often. And he said, look, if you create more roads, it opens the place to more development. Yeah. And so I'm thinking that this is the thought in his mind as to wanting to host this event in Abuja, and you know, that company being called in to come see how that can be done. Well, maybe that money would have been used for something else, but the minister has his own thought as to what he wants to do. Let's watch and see how that comes out. For this, my brother, who, you know, was, according to him, ill-treated by the Nigerian police, I think the Nigerian police has matured enough to that level where you can please always stand tall to be an institution that represents excellence, justice, and order. We cannot continue to be hearing the name of the Nigerian police in this bad light always, anytime anybody visits. The scale is always higher in bad than in good. And so the police, you have whether this is even right or wrong, this is an alleged you know, allegation from his side, because we haven't heard from you yet. However, please, the police, I think you guys are old enough to please clean your house and make sure things look good every other time. That's all I have to say.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Tim. I think the irony of the Grand Prix being about to be hosted in Abuja is not lost on Nigerians. When you look at countries like Monaco, who've hosted the Grand Prix in the past, they don't have some certain villages that are struggling with road infrastructure or flooding. The irony isn't lost. I'll take some more stories.